That's better. You beautiful lot. My name's Jason. This is my 80's podcast. You put the boom boom into my heart. This is my 80's podcast. You put the boom boom into my heart. I'm here with the amazing Karen, co-host.
Hello.
And Claire. I've got Claire Hill on. So I am actually going to name that. I wasn't going to name that boom boom, so I don't normally do it with the words one, but as Claire's here and I've got Claire here, I have to do. So I've not done a name that boom boom one with her. And she needs to hear my lovely voice. Right, so the first one. Name that boom boom. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All the things that we've been through. You should understand me like I understand you. Now, girl, I know the difference between right and wrong. Oh my God. You just look like I've just spoke French.
Milli Vanilli, is it? No.
And you know what I'm going to say, Karen? You're going to get this one. You will get this one.
Go on, sing it then.
I'll say it one more time. All the things that we've been through.
I know this.
It's there, isn't it? You should understand me like I understand you. Now, girl, I know the difference between right and wrong. Oh, I get to sing it.
You're going to have to sing it. You're going to have to sing
Yeah.
As soon as I sing it, you'll get it. You ready? All the things that we've been through. No, you probably won't. You should understand me like I understand you. Girl, I know difference between right and wrong. Simply Red. It was Simply Red, Claire. With If You Don't Know Me by Now.
That was his version of Simply Red. That wasn't Simply Red.
I have to be honest, I was a bit out of tune.
Never noticed.
I was a tiny bit out of tune. Right. Number 2. Touching the very part of me is making my soul sing. I'm crying out for more. Oh, come on.
Black Velvet.
Oh, no.
Hang on.
Soon I can sing.
It's quite fast-paced, this one, isn't it?
Right, ish, yes. She don't normally sing fast-paced ones.
Hey.
But touching the very part of me, it's making my soul sing. I'm crying out for more.
I'm crying out for more.
I can sing the end bit if you want.
Yeah, sing that bit.
It's got touching the very part of me. It's making my soul sing. I'm crying out for more.
Oh, your love is
king.
Yeah.
As Anna says, it's the Midlands accent she can't get. that's why she can't ever get them. Right, third one. Listen, ladies, you will get this.
Come on.
I'm going to be 0. I can be the first.
No, Claire, I swear you will get this one, Peria. You ready? Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note.
Come on, Claire, you know this one. Here's
Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note, but don't worry.
Be happy.
Yay! Yay! Right, you've got 2 more left. I know you want more, but I'm just going to do 5. Right, 4. You ready? It wasn't my intention to mislead you. It never should have been this way. What can I say? It's true. I did extend the invitation. I never knew how long you'd stay. It is the accent, ain't it? Do you know what? I can always remember when Karen did one and she was, I haven't got a clue what she was saying. Well, I probably got the kazoo better, to be fair.
Yeah, the kazoo sometimes helps.
Oh, absolutely. Do you want me to sing it?
Yeah, go on.
It wasn't my intention to mislead you. It never should have been this way. What can I say? It's true, I did extend the invitation. I knew how long you... Toy Soldier by Martika.
No,
I don't know that one.
No.
Jason, you old King Jason.
Sorry.
Really?
Right, you will get this one. I promise you'll get this one. Right, you took your time to come back this time. The grass has grown under your feet. In your absence, I changed my mind and someone else is sitting in your seat.
I know those lyrics. I've heard them.
Can I give you a hint? She used to be in Yazoo.
Oh, Alison Moyet.
I have to say, he was all cried out.
Yeah. Oh, she's amazing.
Do you know what?
Sorry, that's another one I don't know.
Alison Moyet. Oh,
she's making me feel old. Yeah, what was it? You took the grass is grown under your feet. I sound just like her then a little bit.
In your dreams.
Well, that's named that Boom Boom done. So we're going to do words ... don't come easy. And I have to be honest, I've looked at some of the one
I didn't get time. Sorry.
Well, the one I am going to do is the one that I've had a couple of people ask me, because I think I've mentioned it a few times. So I am going to do the Money Ain't for Nothing. God.
Oh, Claire hasn't heard these.
Claire, listen to me, Claire. When I've always loved Dire Straits, Money Ain't for Nothing, but when I was researching these words in this song, I do love the song, but it really put me off a little bit. And I actually seen some other bits in it. I just think, oh, should I say? Yeah, I'm going to say them. I mean, they're not politically, they're wrong, if anything, Claire, absolutely wrong. But I always find it really bizarre, because I love words, and I don't understand why I didn't ever hear those words in that song. Is it because it was like a rocky song? You know, like rock? And it's quite
I think it's because we're older and we know what it means.
Yeah.
It's like the TV programmes when they did them. You didn't think that anything.
I can remember. I am going to read it out because the Money for Nothing one is really bad. So you've got the movies, these refrigerators. We've got the coloured TV, and you know, on the next bit of the lyric, God, I don't say it. The next bit of the lyric is, see the little faggot with the earring and the makeup. God, and then it goes, yeah, buddy, that's his own air. That little faggot got on his own jet plane. That little faggot is a millionaire. And I just think,
do you know, was it?
No, you know,
I'm really surprised they got away with that, because I was told you weren't allowed to say that name. It was a really bad name.
I mean, it's a very American word, isn't it? The word faggot, because it's like,
and their census was probably a lot. They weren't censored the way we were.
And you know, I found when I was researching it as well, I found that over time, when the song was being released, they had to, when they went on tour or when they went to a concert, they had to change some of the words in it, because people. It's a bit like the Christmas one with Kirsty, isn't it? And McCall and the Pogues. I always find that really. I love that. So I don't get offended by it. As a gay man, I don't get offended in the slightest. I think it's an amazing song, and at the end of the day, she says faggots. You just think, who cares?
They had to, I know it's not 80s, but they had to change the Grease Lightning song as well when they put it on the radio, because they had
shit bit and all that.
Yeah. They changed. I can't remember. I don't know what they changed it to.
I think they just cut it out and it went on to some. Yeah. And it's like, and there's another bit in this song that just, I obviously didn't read it all until I got to this bit. And then it's the other bit, it says, we could have some, and it says, and he's up there, what's that? Hawaiian noises banging on the bongos like a chimpanzee. You just think to yourself, how the hell did you get away with that sort? You know what I mean? You just think. But
what were they thinking?
Is it? Is it the fact that years ago we weren't offended as easily, and it didn't really bother us? And as much as that, I mean, that is offensive, and I have to be honest. I apologise to anyone that's listening to it. It's not meant. It's exactly what this podcast is. It's just getting to lyrics, and it is just. When I read that, I just thought, you can't say that. You can't. And I have to be honest. You never hear it in that song. That's what I find. That's what I find really bizarre, is that I could never hear it in that song.
Well, you only tend to focus on the main chorus, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like most songs.
Yeah. But even that one, Money for Nothing and the
Chicks for Free. I mean, that's
free. That even in itself was kind of a little bit off.
It is.
But you sang it anyway.
Yeah, and this is what I was, when I've done this before, and it's like, well, you think we're all sitting there bellowing these songs. I mean, I have to be honest, I didn't know them lyrics, so all I ever, my dad was obsessed with Dire Straits and loved Dire Straits. I just used to love the intro, you know, that guitar bit right at the beginning. I loved all that, and I used to sing this, but I have to be honest, I ain't got a clue that was the sort of words.
What was it? Did we say about Frankie Goes to Hollywood once before?
Yeah, it's that one got stuff in it.
But the thing is with that song, that was made to shock.
Yeah.
Whereas
because it was banned, wasn't it?
And for the words and that. Whereas these weren't. Unless they were made. Yeah. It's like the other one we did the other week, Karen, that shocked me. What you told me about. It's like, do you know what I mean? It just blows my mind, and I don't understand how they would. But like I said, is it the fact that we live in a completely different world now where we get?
I think we do. I think because I remember watching Ashes for Ashes when it first came out, and you know how that program is, and you thought, no, it wasn't like that. And then you think about it, do you know what? It was like that.
And it's I always find it quite.
You know, we've moved on for the better.
Absolutely.
I'm absolutely happy that we live in that sort of world now.
Yeah, and I do, and it's like when I was telling people I was going to do it, they went, "Oh, but does that not make you hate the 80s?" Like, no, it doesn't. I love the 80s because just for things like that you know, I mean, they shouldn't have been said, and I just don't understand. And we was all singing it. I always think as kids,
it was the times, wasn't it? I mean, one of my best friends was black, and we went everywhere together, and we called each other all sorts of names that we shouldn't. But they were endearing and banter when we were kids.
Exactly.
And they weren't to make offence. But now I think of it and think, oh my goodness, why do we talk to each other like that?
But you're kids, aren't you? You're kids at the end of the day, and kids, you know what I mean? It's, you know, I mean, I've said to you before, like, I can remember growing up in the 80s, and I lived on a really rough council estate, and I can remember the puff word. I ain't got a clue what that meant. Growing up as a, you know what I mean? And my mum was great, because she was. My mum used to sit there and go, what's a puff? That likes boys that say, well, he's always with women. I mean, she knew. But I just think she was just trying to soften the blow. She was just trying to soften the blow, I think, more than anything else. So that's the first one. So I have got another one that I'm going to do. And this is probably not as easily known. Remember, you know, the Beastie Boys?
Oh, yeah.
So they had one called Girls Out.
Oh, yes.
In 1986.
I think I wrote this one down.
Yeah, 1986 and 1987. And it was just the most sexist, because it's got things like, I mean, it's like she liked my home piece of MCA. I mean, that probably doesn't mean what we think it does. You know what I mean? No. It's like she had, and it's he said he would not give her a play. I asked him, please. He said, you may. Her pants are too tight. Is that okay?
God.
You know what I mean? It's like, I think with the Beastie Boys, because they were rappers, weren't they? They were very shouty, so that's probably why. That's probably why I never heard of it. To be fair, I probably never heard of all the. And there was other bits in there. It's like, hey me, you should hit the hay. I asked her out. She said no way. I should, or probably guess she's gay. You just think, God, just because. She didn't want to go out.
She wouldn't go out with you.
Yeah. But that's one of the
things you got called that. Yeah. If you know, girls would get called that if you didn't go out with boys. What are you, gay?
Yeah.
Do you know? But do kids really know? I mean, obviously, when they're a bit older, I always think like when I used to get called that name, it was just like, they don't know what that word means. They've heard their parents say that somewhere.
Yeah, they still throw it around today. Yeah. Kids today still say to them,
the thing that annoys, but it's not said in a positive way, isn't it? It's meant negative when they say it. And, and I just think, and this is why I always think it's 2024. Yeah. And this is what, I mean, I'm going off topic, but I'm still going to talk. It's like when they're going about pride and say, why do you have to have a pride, blah, blah. Well, people are still using the gay thing as a negative thing, aren't they? So once it's not, then we can. And another bit in this lyric that was really sexist was girls to do the dishes, girls to clean my room, girls to do the laundry, girls to clean the bathroom. God.
But that was the generation I got brought up like that. My dad was like that. My brother could get away with anything, but it's like, you're a girl, you've got to do the dishes, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. It's your job.
I was actually talking to my kids last night about this because they were both over, and we were saying how children did get treated differently. And one of the experiences I had growing up was I had to do my own ironing. So my mum used to just leave the basket with all my ironing in the bottom of it to finish it off. So I was stood there ironing one day, and I thought, where's my brother's stuff? So I said to her, where's my brother's ironing? Like, what, does he not have any ironing? Oh, I've done that. I said, well, why have you done his ironing, but you won't do mine? And she went, oh, he does things for me. And I said, like what? God. And she went, well, he changes light bulbs when I want him to. And I went, I could change your light bulb. She went, yeah, but he's got a window box outside for me for the flowers. I went, I can make a window box. And I was literally having this argument with her in the front room saying, I can do that. If you're going to do it, I'll do that.
And it was like that. And I have to be honest, when I was growing up, going back to them lyric things about like doing the laundry, doing whatever, bathroom and ironing, I always remember my mum teaching us all to iron. And even to this day, I loathe it. It's one of the most mundane things ever.
Oh, tell me about it. I hate it.
Honestly, and I always remember paying my sisters when I was about 15, so it was like 1985, a quid. Well, it was 50p a top, but then they got...
That was a lot of money then.
And then they got greedy, Karen, and to ask me a quid. And when I was about 16, when you start going out, and I started to go out in like 85, 86, and because I wanted a top, I'd give them here's a quid. You know what I mean? But it just goes to show, doesn't it, how them lyrics sitting there talking about like as if that's all that women, you know what I mean, are good for, is cleaning, laundry, tidying up. And like you said,
yes, we are good at it.
Yes.
You know what? It is one of everything. Any sort of clean. I have the attention span of a fruit fly. I can't do it.
My brother used to hide in the toilet when it used to be the washing up time. And we found a book in there in the end.
Was it a naughty book?
No.
No. They're not the same, no. I can always remember first time. I'm still on topic, but it's talking rude. Rude. I can remember. It's like nowadays when you see. I can always remember finding. Oh God, I was about 13. Porn under my. God, it killed. I hope my dad didn't listen to that. Under the bed. I think it was, and looking at it, and I think even then, I just it wasn't for me. It wasn't the female bit that I attracted. It was the male bit, and that's when I think that's when you know, don't you? It's like, and I think absolutely. I've spoken to you before. Like I can remember my dad. I had all these EastEnders and Wham stuff all over my room. My dad put a big, massive picture of Samantha Fox in the middle of it, all black and white from the sun. Honestly, Claire.
So like that was going to change us.
Yeah. Well, do you know the best thing about it? I didn't even notice it was there. I was more mad that her left tit was on George Michael's face. That's what I was. That was the only thing that made me really angry. And it's like that's been up for 2 weeks. And he just and he went because he used to they all liked it, didn't they? In the 80s, all Samantha Fox. And even now, we just think, surely be 16, you dirty man.
Yeah, I bet Wham used to have, and George Michael has some old dodgy lyrics and all.
I bet. Do you know what?
He got away with it.
I think we should. I think because
Outside was quite risky.
Yeah, that one was. That was a thingy one. But you know, like I have to have a look. You know, I think I've got quite a few. I've got quite a few of the ones. The words ... Don't come easy. I liked it. I love doing them because I think for me it's completely different, isn't it? It's like the revisit one makes me laugh that much when I do that. Far too much. I think I enjoy that far too much. But I think the words one's quite good because it's a bit more risky, isn't it? And it's like, and I do put warnings onto people just to say that, and they're not. We're not sitting there saying this is how they should, but this is brilliant. We're just saying this is what the
revisiting.
Yeah, and what the lyrics were like, and this is what, and we have moved on. I mean, thank God we've moved on. To be fair, I love the 80s, but I just think I'm glad we've become a lot more. And we spoke.
It wasn't a very good PC era.
No, amazing with them ladies. Thanks ever so much, Karen and Claire, for that. I absolutely love that part of my podcast. Well, to be honest, I love all my podcast episodes, and I love words. Docs. It's a bit risky. I'm glad I went with it because I wasn't going to, but it is what it is, isn't it? Them 80s lyrics, we used to sit there and bellow out on our ghetto blasters, or anywhere in the bedroom, we used to scream them out, and we didn't really know much about them. And to actually go through them, the lyrics, you just think, you just wouldn't get away with that. It's not to offend. I promise you, the lyrics are not to offend. We're just going to do it as it is, read them out, and just, honestly, some of them lyrics were shocking, and you didn't even realise yourself, but they were brilliant songs. So please, if you would like to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, subscribe, and even Spotify doing video now. So I've been uploading my videos as well on Spotify's audio as well. So there is a second part of this coming up. It's not words one. I did a podcast chat with Claire and Karen, so that'll be coming up soon as well. So look out for that. It was brilliant. I love reminiscing. Have a good day, you beautiful lot.